What up, yogis? About to show a little yin combination that I like to do. Usually at the end of classes, usually try to go from like the ending balancing poses to some grounding postures, and then from there just moving over towards either coming to all fours or just starting on your back. So if you happen to be on your back, maybe wrap your forearms around your shin, move, and you get a few rocks forward and backwards. You come up to a seated position, doing your seated spinal twist, things of that nature, and then either rolling over your knees onto all fours, swinging the legs around, coming on all fours, and then just step one foot on the outside of that same hand, sink down into this lizard pose, sinking into the adductors, hip flexors, and then you can even rotate around back, grab for that opposite ankle, get a little quad stretch. If you can't reach all the way around back with that opposite ankle, you can grab a band or a strap and just lasso that leg around. So hook it on the back of that foot, bring it up and over the shoulder, that same side, sink in there, come down to the forearms, bring your forehead to the block, you can bring a block over that back knee if that's giving you a little discomfort, trying to slide to the top of the knee, bottom of the thigh, so there's not a lot of pressure on the kneecap. You can also crawl up that back toe. And then just getting, 10, 20 breaths there, preferably 3 to 8 minutes on this yin. And then we're just gonna shift the hips back, square the hips up. You can bring both hands on the sides of the front leg, just getting a half splits, full splits. So just bringing this left hip in line with the right, really anchoring down that right hamstring. And then we can lead with our heart, just pour right over this front thigh, relaxing the shoulders, neck. If you want, you can get a nice halfway lift, hands on a block for some elevation. And then exhale, forward fold, using the blocks just to help guide you deeper into the pose. If you want that full splits, working with your practice, coming all the way out. You can also drop onto this right glute. You can bring a block underneath there, and maybe bring this in almost like a hurdler, just folding forward, single, half splits. You can remove that block and just really isolate this leg. You don't want to be up on this knee. Perfectly acceptable, no stress there. And then from there, we're just going to shift back forward, and you can bring a block to this opposite side, just get a little side bend stretch. And then we'll walk this foot over towards this opposite hand, and then crease of the wrist, we're doing a straight line, parallel to the top edge of your mat. And we're just going to connect the dots with our shin from this left wrist to the right wrist. Trying to keep our hips as square as possible, just to really fully accentuate the stretch. Rolling those shoulders back, inhaling the heart up, and then exhale, folding forward, getting that half pigeon. I like to use my hand as a little kickstop to keep this shin parallel, or my forearm, or I'll cradle this front thigh in my shin, almost like if I was laying on my back in that cradle. The half pigeon, similar premise here, cradling it, keeping that form. And if I need to bring this back leg up, I can bring this back leg up if I don't want to fully extend it. Just making sure that I fold away from this opposite hip that I'm stretching. Just really accentuate that. And if that's not enough, you can swing this opposite leg over, double your pigeon. If your thighs are a little tight, if you did some leg day like mine, or it just tightens up like crazy, put up one block there, get a few breaths. You could also bring a block underneath this side and this side, even the hips out, fold it forward. You could also just bring 2 blocks here. Try and keep the hips square and just working that breath as you fold forward, lead with the heart. Try not to crinkle in the back. You could also just slide this front shin, top shin, right in front of the opposite one, so then We're just almost like coming from up top and just sliding it down. Shins are in a line. The feet are on the outside of the kneecaps. We're trying to walk our feet to the outside, bringing our thighs more parallel, and then we can exhale, fold forward, really trying to accentuate this stretch in the outer hips. You can also just keep walking the knees up and over, trying to stack them and almost bringing the feet out almost like side laterals. Straight out, straight line. And then just get a little cow face. You can fold forward there. Or you can reach, so this bottom leg that's there, you can reach that same arm up and over and grab that bind and do the forward fold. And it'll help protect the knee ligaments if you keep the feet flexed. And just getting 3 to 8 minutes in all those postures, and then rinsing and repeating, going to the opposite side so you can get a little wide leg straddle in between. Going up and over both sides, like to use my opposite hand as an anchor. Maybe this top hand just comes behind the head. Any of those combinations. You can get the Janu Sirsasana. If you want to count that as a yin. You could also bring this leg back, get that quad stretch. Maybe bring a block underneath the low back, or 2 blocks underneath the low back and the torso. Head and neck, relaxing there. Or if you want to come down all the way, try and neutralize that pelvis, breathing into that quad. You roll onto the side if you need to also. And then get a forward fold. You can sit on the block for that forward fold. And then we'll just swing that opposite leg around. Coming back to all fours. Or if you want to take a down dog, transition, pedal the legs out. Super simple. And then just going through the opposite side. Combination, getting that lizard to half splits. Full splits, whatever you need. Going to drop the block down, drop it on the side. Boom. And then we'll come back up. Just take a little side bend, up and over. And then we'll start walking into that half pigeon, double pigeon, combinations. Left arm reaches up and over. Getting that. And if you want a little Baddha-Konasana, you can finish with that. Feet could be close, or they could be a little bit further. You can do reclining butterfly. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And then just come to your Shavasana. Close out your practice. Namaste. Try and get those 3 to 8 minutes in whenever you can. If you want that inner groin stretch, you can get that frog, love frog. Just trying to get the thighs straight line, 90 degrees at the knees, and 90 degrees at the ankle, and trying to have that straight line here so we're not sinking down, we're not popping up, we're just holding that there. If you want to double your mat up, you can double your mat up for some extra padding. If one leg doesn't slide out just because the pad's extra sticky or the floor is extra sticky, then you can just get a little towel, put that underneath. Towel, use your shirt. Learned this from Yogi Hollis of New York. Super grateful. I was like, I can't get further out in this frog pose because my tights or something are too tight. But having a towel underneath that opposite leg just really allows you to open up, get that relaxation in the legs, and then you don't have to worry about, any tension if the leg gets stuck. So as you get deeper in your breath, you get to more open up in the hips, and then it can just naturally slide out because it's not being held by any friction. You can thread the arms through relax more, you can bring a block underneath the torso, 2 blocks. You can also multitask, get that arm bar, chest extension, arm bar, extension, and then just army crawling out, rolling onto that back. Finish out the practice, however you need. If you need a little plow pose, happy baby, all good options. Practice makes perfect, stay limber. I want to see you on the injured reserve.